Welcome back to our channel History Coins HD. As you that old is gold, but these rare Lincoln wheat penny coin that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this Top 1, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we have an extraordinary topic for you, one that could have you rummaging through your coin collections or even searching through old change you might have lying around. We're talking about the 1944 United States silver coin, a rare piece of American history that's worth a small fortune. So, if you want to find out how much this coin could be worth, stick around until the end. Let's start by setting the stage. The year 1944 was a pivotal time in world history. The United States was deeply entrenched in World War II, and the economy was shifting in ways that would reshape the nation's future. In the midst of the war, the U.S. Mint continued to produce coins, but they had to adapt to the wartime situation. With metal shortages, the composition of coins was altered, and several coins from this period became more significant than others. One coin in particular, the 1944 D, stands out as one of the most highly sought-after coins in American numismatics. This coin was minted at the Denver Mint in 1944, during a time when the U.S. was transitioning to a new type of coinage. The D mint mark on the coin is an important indicator of its origin and tells collectors that it was minted at the Denver facility. While this coin may seem relatively ordinary at first glance, the 1944 D Lincoln wheat cent has a story to tell that makes it incredibly rare. You may be wondering, what makes this coin so special? Well, the 1944 D coin has a few key attributes that set it apart from other coins of the era. First and foremost, the coin was struck using a wartime steel planchet, one of the many changes made to U.S. coinage during the war. As a result, it had a unique look compared to earlier versions of the coin, and the composition made it stand out. However, even though many 1944 D coins were struck, only a small percentage of them remain in excellent condition today. So, why is that important for collectors? The answer lies in the coin's rarity and condition. While these coins were produced in large quantities, many of them suffered from heavy circulation and wear over the years. Coins from this era were often used for daily transactions, which means that finding one in excellent condition is extremely rare. In fact, only a handful of these coins have survived in uncirculated or near mint condition, making them incredibly valuable to those in the know. Now, let's talk about the design of the 1944 D Lincoln wheat cent. On the obverse, you'll find the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. The image was designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner and first appeared on U.S. coins in 1909, making it one of the most iconic and enduring designs in American numismatics. Around Lincoln's bust are the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," with the year of minting, 1944, beneath it. The coin's reverse features two stalks of wheat, symbolizing the nation's agricultural strength, along with the words "United States of America" and "E Pluribus Unum," a reminder of the nation's unity and strength. While the design is beautiful and symbolic, it's not the artwork that makes this coin so valuable, it's the condition and rarity. If you come across a 1944 D Lincoln wheat cent, you'll want to check for a few things. The first is whether the coin has been kept in mint condition. A coin that shows minimal signs of wear and retains its original luster can fetch a much higher price than one that has been heavily circulated, but there's even more to consider. Some 1944 D coins have unique characteristics or errors that make them even more valuable. For example, certain 1944 D coins are known to have a misstrike, which can cause a variety of small but noticeable differences in the coin's design. Collectors absolutely love these error coins because they are incredibly rare and often become the centerpiece of a collection. If you happen to own a 1944 D coin with an error, you could be sitting on a very valuable treasure. Now, let's talk numbers. The 1944 D Lincoln wheat cent is not just any rare coin, it has the potential to be worth a small fortune. Coins in excellent condition can easily fetch tens of thousands of dollars, especially if they come from a minting error or are found in pristine, uncirculated condition. In fact, the highest graded examples of this coin have been known to sell for as much as $96,000. That's right, $96,000 for a single coin. It's truly incredible to think that a coin that was once used in everyday transactions could now be worth so much. If you happen to come across one of these coins, especially in good condition or with an error, it could be worth more than you ever imagined. Even coins that are somewhat worn, but still in decent shape, can be sold for significant sums. So, what should you do if you think you have a 1944 D Lincoln wheat cent? First, take a closer look at its condition. If it looks worn or damaged, its value will likely be much lower, but if it's in great shape or has a noticeable error, you could be sitting on a rare find. It's always a good idea to have the coin professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service, as this will give you an accurate understanding of its value and ensure you get the best price when you decide to sell or add it to your collection. In conclusion, the 1944 D Lincoln wheat cent is one of the most valuable and sought-after coins in American history. Its rarity, combined with its historical significance and potential for minting errors, makes it a treasure for coin collectors. So, the next time you go through your old coins, take a moment to examine any 1944 D pennies you might have lying around. You never know, you could be holding onto a coin worth an incredible amount of money. If you find one in great condition or with a rare minting error, you could be looking at a coin worth up to $96,000. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed learning about the fascinating world of rare coins. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future treasure hunts. Top 2. We're diving into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in U.S. history, the 1953 United States coin. This particular coin, often overlooked by many, has been known to fetch some jaw-dropping amounts at auctions and coin shows. Stick around to find out just how much this rare coin is worth and why it might be sitting in your collection right now, waiting to be discovered. Let's take a trip back to 1953, a time when the world was transitioning through significant historical events. The U.S. was in the midst of the post-World War II boom, experiencing economic growth and prosperity. On the surface, everything seemed to be moving forward with optimism. However, the coinage produced during this period tells a different story, one of scarcity, rarity, and collector interest that has grown over the years. The 1953 coin in question, the 1953 Lincoln wheat cent, might seem like an ordinary penny at first glance, but it has become one of the most sought-after and valuable coins for collectors. When these coins were minted, they were just another everyday item in circulation. However, over time, the coin has grown in significance, especially due to its unique history and the rarity of surviving examples in mint or uncirculated condition. What makes the 1953 Lincoln wheat cent so special? Let's first look at the composition. By 1953, the U.S. Mint was still using the same copper-based metal for pennies, but some changes were starting to occur in coin production techniques. The most interesting thing about the 1953 penny is that a number of coins were struck with slight variations in design and quality due to the complexities of the minting process at the time. These variations, which include subtle differences in the strike, metal composition, or even the minting error, have become the reason why these coins are now worth so much today. The design of the 1953 Lincoln wheat cent is another factor that makes it appealing to collectors. On the obverse, we find the well-known image of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. This design, created by Victor David Brenner, first appeared on U.S. coins in 1909 and has become one of the most iconic and enduring symbols of American currency. Surrounding Lincoln's portrait are the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," along with the mint year, 1953, beneath it. The reverse side of the coin features the two stalks of wheat, a symbol of the nation's agricultural foundation, and the phrase "E pluribus unum," meaning out of many, one. But what really elevates the 1953 Lincoln wheat cent to rare status are the coins that have survived in pristine condition. As with many older coins, the vast majority of the 1953 pennies that were in circulation suffered wear and damage over the years. Finding one in excellent or uncirculated condition has become a rarity. Most of these coins were spent and circulated, and like many other coins from this time, they've experienced wear and scratches that diminish their value. However, those that were carefully preserved in mint condition have become highly prized by collectors. While the 1953 coin was minted in relatively large quantities, the true value lies in how well it has been preserved. Coins that remain in mint condition, with minimal signs of wear or damage, are incredibly rare. It's not uncommon to see a coin that has only been lightly handled or even one that has been stored in a controlled environment for decades. These are the coins that can fetch the highest prices. Now, let's talk about the importance of grading. When it comes to rare and valuable coins, condition is everything. A 1953 Lincoln wheat cent that has been graded by a reputable coin grading service is worth significantly more than one that hasn't been evaluated by professionals. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers indicating better quality. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. Coins that are graded as MS65, mint state, or higher can attract attention from serious collectors, and this is where the value can skyrocket. In addition to the excellent condition, there are also some rare variants of the 1953 coin that make them even more valuable. Coins that have minting errors, whether it's a doubled die, a mistruck coin, or other unique flaws, are highly desirable among collectors. A minting error makes the coin one of a kind, and that uniqueness often drives the price through the roof. If you happen to have a 1953 coin with a noticeable error, you could be looking at a much higher value than a regular one, even if both are in good condition. As for the price, well, if you're lucky enough to own a 1953 Lincoln wheat cent in uncirculated condition or with a rare minting error, you could find yourself holding a coin worth a small fortune. When these coins hit the auction block, they can go for prices that might surprise even the most seasoned collectors. Some of these rare pennies have been known to sell for up to $78,000. That's right, $78,000 for a single coin. It's hard to believe that a coin, once used for everyday transactions, can hold so much value. But it's the rarity, the condition, and sometimes even the errors that make these coins incredibly sought after. If you think you might have a 1953 Lincoln wheat cent in your collection, it's worth taking a closer look. Check its condition carefully, look for any wear, discoloration, or signs of damage. If it appears to be in great shape or has any minting errors, it could be time to get it professionally graded. Remember, the higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. You might be sitting on a valuable piece of history without even realizing it. In conclusion, the 1953 Lincoln wheat cent is one of those coins that perfectly embodies the excitement of coin collecting. Its value has skyrocketed in recent years due to its rarity, its historical significance, and the demand from collectors. So, if you happen to find one in your collection or come across one in your spare change, make sure to give it a second look. That ordinary penny from 1953 might just be worth more than you ever imagined. Thank you for watching, and we hope you learned something new about this rare and valuable coin. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with more incredible coin discoveries. Happy collecting, and who knows? Maybe you'll find a 1953 Lincoln wheat cent worth $78,000. Top 3. We're about to uncover the mystery behind one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in American history, the 1957 United States coin. If you're into rare coins or have ever wondered about the hidden treasures in your coin collection, this video is for you. We're going to dive into what makes the 1957 coin so special and why it's considered one of the most expensive and sought-after pieces of U.S. currency. Stick with us till the end, and we'll reveal just how much this coin could be worth today. Let's take a step back in time. The year was 1957. The United States was in the midst of the post-World War II boom, with the economy flourishing, the baby boom in full swing, and American culture starting to make its mark on the world. But while the country was experiencing prosperity, the U.S. Mint was busy creating coins that would go on to hold historical significance. Among these coins, the 1957 Lincoln wheat cent stands out as a true gem in the world of numismatics. At first glance, the 1957 coin might seem like just another penny. However, what sets this particular coin apart is its rarity and the unique characteristics that make it highly sought after by collectors. The 1957 penny was minted at a time when the U.S. Mint was transitioning to new methods of production, and this meant that some of these coins were struck with slight variations, flaws, and errors that make them incredibly valuable today. Let's talk about the 1957 Lincoln wheat cent's design for a moment. On the obverse, you'll find the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. This design, created by Victor David Brenner, first appeared on U.S. coins in 1909 and has become a timeless representation of American history. Surrounding Lincoln's image, you'll find the words Liberty and In God We Trust, with the year 1957 underneath. The reverse side of the coin features two stalks of wheat, symbolizing the nation's agricultural strength and prosperity, along with the motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. While the design is beautiful and deeply symbolic, the true value of the 1957 coin lies in its rarity and condition. The majority of these pennies were produced in large numbers, but over time, many have been worn down by circulation. Most 1957 pennies were used in daily transactions, and as a result, they've experienced wear, scratches, and discoloration, reducing their value significantly. However, the 1957 Lincoln wheat cent has become an especially prized coin because very few of them have survived in pristine or near mint condition. The condition of a coin is one of the most important factors when it comes to determining its value, and this is especially true for the 1957 penny. Coins that are well preserved and show minimal signs of wear can be worth much more than those that have been heavily circulated. If you come across a 1957 penny that looks like it's just come from the mint, you might be holding on to a coin that could fetch a pretty penny or several thousand, in this case, but what makes the 1957 penny truly rare is its potential for minting errors. Some 1957 coins were struck with slight misprints or flaws that make them one of a kind. These errors can include things like doubled dies, where the design is slightly duplicated, or coins with incomplete strikes, where the design is partially missing. Minting errors are highly desirable among collectors because they make the coin unique, and they can significantly increase the coin's value. Now, if you're lucky enough to have a 1957 Lincoln wheat cent in excellent condition, or even better, one with a minting error, you could be sitting on a true treasure. The 1957 coin, in its best possible form, has become a sought-after piece for collectors around the world. It's not just a piece of currency, it's a piece of history, representing a critical time in the United States' growth and development. When these coins are brought to auction, they can fetch prices that will astound even the most seasoned collectors. Depending on the coin's condition, rarity, and any special features it might have, a 1957 Lincoln wheat cent could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. For a coin in uncirculated condition or with a rare minting error, the price can easily soar to remarkable heights. In fact, the highest-selling 1957 pennies have been known to reach up to $74,000. That's right, $74,000 for a single 1957 penny. It's mind-blowing to think that something so small and once so ordinary can now be worth such an incredible amount. If you happen to have one of these rare coins tucked away in your collection, you could be holding onto a small fortune without even realizing it. So, what should you do if you think you have a 1957 penny in your collection? First, take a closer look at its condition. Coins that have been well cared for and show little to no signs of wear are the most valuable. If your 1957 penny still has its original shine and luster, then you may have something worth much more than face value. Next, look for any signs of minting errors, like doubled designs, unusual markings, or incomplete strikes. If you spot something out of the ordinary, it's worth getting the coin professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service to determine its exact value. If you find that your 1957 Lincoln wheat cent has a high-grade condition or a rare minting error, congratulations! You could have a very valuable coin in your possession. But even if the condition isn't perfect, don't discount it just yet. There's always a market for coins from this era, and a well-preserved 1957 penny can still fetch a handsome sum. To sum it all up, the 1957 Lincoln wheat cent is a remarkable piece of American numismatic history. Its value has skyrocketed in recent years thanks to its rarity, historical significance, and the demand from collectors looking for unique pieces. So, the next time you're going through your coin collection or checking your spare change, be sure to give those 1957 pennies a closer look. You might just be sitting on a hidden treasure. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed learning about the rare and valuable 1957 Lincoln wheat cent. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a future video on rare coins. And who knows? The next coin you find could be worth $74,000. Happy collecting! Top 4. We're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in U.S. history, the 1950 United States coin. This coin might just be sitting in your collection right now, or perhaps you've seen one in a coin jar or box and didn't think much of it. But what if I told you that this ordinary-looking coin could be worth an extraordinary amount of money? Stick around until the end, and we'll reveal just how much this rare 1950 coin is worth today. Let's travel back to 1950, a time when the world was adjusting to the post-World War II era, with the United States emerging as a global superpower. The economy was on the rise, and the country was moving toward an era of growth and innovation. However, this was also a time of transition for the U.S. Mint, which continued to produce coins that would go on to become highly valuable decades later. Among the coins minted during this era, the 1950 coin, particularly the 1950 Lincoln wheat cent, stands out as one of the most coveted by collectors. At first glance, the 1950 Lincoln wheat cent might seem like any other penny. However, don't be fooled, this is not just an ordinary coin. The 1950 penny is one of the most valuable coins of its kind, and the reason for this lies in its rarity and condition. Let's break it down and explore why this coin is so highly sought after by collectors worldwide. The first thing to consider is the history behind the coin. The 1950 Lincoln Wheat Cent was minted during a time when U.S. currency was still evolving, and the U.S. Mint was going through some significant changes. The Lincoln Wheat Cent, designed by Victor David Brenner and introduced in 1909, had already been a staple in American coinage for decades by the time the 1950 penny was produced. The coin features the famous portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, surrounded by the words Liberty and In God We Trust, with the minting year 1950 beneath it. On the reverse, the coin features two stalks of wheat, which symbolize the agricultural strength of the United States, along with the words E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. The design is beautiful, but it's not the design itself that makes the 1950 Lincoln Wheat Cent so valuable, it's the condition and rarity. Like many coins from this period, the 1950 penny was produced in large numbers and circulated heavily. Most of these coins spent years in everyday transactions, resulting in wear and tear that reduced their value over time. The real treasure lies in the coins that have been carefully preserved in mint or near mint condition. These coins, often stored in controlled environments and protected from circulation, are incredibly rare and command high prices in the market. So, what makes the 1950 Lincoln Wheat Cent stand out from other coins minted in the same era? The answer lies in the small yet significant details. While the 1950 penny was produced in large quantities, only a small percentage of these coins were struck in exceptional quality. Many of the coins produced at the U.S. Mint during this time suffered from production flaws or subpar striking, which left them with imperfections. However, the few coins that were struck perfectly, with sharp details and without any noticeable flaws, have become highly prized by collectors. The value of the 1950 penny is also influenced by its rarity. Over the years, most of these coins have been lost, damaged, or simply worn down. This makes finding one in excellent condition quite rare. When collectors are able to find a 1950 penny that is uncirculated or shows minimal signs of wear, it becomes a treasure. These well-preserved coins are much more valuable than their heavily circulated counterparts, and that's what makes them so appealing to investors and numismatists alike. But there's more to the 1950 penny than just its condition. There are also a few minting errors that make some 1950 pennies even more valuable. For instance, some of the 1950 pennies were struck with slightly off-center designs, or they may have experienced errors in the minting process that resulted in unique variations. These minting errors are extremely rare, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for coins that exhibit these distinctive features. If you happen to have a 1950 penny with one of these rare minting errors, you could be holding on to a coin worth much more than a regular example. And now, you might be wondering, how much can a 1950 Lincoln Wheat Cent really be worth? The answer might surprise you. As I mentioned earlier, the value of a coin depends largely on its condition, rarity, and any unique features it may have. A standard 1950 penny in average condition might only be worth a few dollars, but a coin in mint or near mint condition can fetch much higher prices. For example, a well-preserved 1950 Lincoln Wheat Cent can easily sell for several $1,000s, depending on its quality and market demand. However, the real jackpot comes when you find one of these coins in pristine, uncirculated condition or with a minting error. Coins in this exceptional state can sell for tens of thousands of dollars. The most remarkable examples of the 1950 penny have been known to fetch as much as $80,000. Yes, that's right, $80,000 for a single 1950 penny. It's incredible to think that a coin which once circulated as pocket change could now be worth such an astonishing amount of money. Whether you've inherited a collection of coins or stumbled upon a 1950 penny in your change jar, it's worth taking a closer look at any old pennies from this era. You could be sitting on a valuable treasure without even realizing it. If you believe you may have a rare 1950 Lincoln Wheat Cent in your collection, here's what you should do. First, take a close look at the condition of the coin. If it shows little wear and retains its original shine, you could be looking at a valuable coin. If the coin is in outstanding condition, it's worth getting it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service. This will give you a precise evaluation of the coin's quality and determine its market value. If the coin has any minting errors or unique characteristics, you may have a highly valuable piece on your hands. To wrap things up, the 1950 Lincoln Wheat Cent is a truly remarkable coin that has become a collector's dream. Its rarity, historical significance, and potential for minting errors make it one of the most desirable coins from the mid-20th century. So, next time you go through your coin collection or find an old penny, make sure to give those 1950 pennies a closer look. They just might be worth much more than you think. Thank you for tuning in to today's video. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the rare and valuable 1950 Lincoln wheat cent, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss our future coin discoveries. And who knows? The next coin you find could be worth $80,000. Happy collecting! Top 5. We're about to delve into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in American numismatic history, the 1945 US coin. You won't believe how much this coin could be worth, and it's more than just its age that makes it so special. Stick around until the end, and we'll reveal just how much the 1945 coin could be worth today. Let's set the stage by taking a journey back to 1945. The United States was emerging from the shadow of World War II, with victory just around the corner. The war had taken a heavy toll on the country, but it also led to significant changes in the economy and global influence. By the time the U.S. Mint began striking coins in 1945, the country was in the midst of a period of transition. And among the coins produced during this time, one particular coin, the 1945 Mercury dime, would become an iconic symbol of American coinage, and it would later fetch astronomical sums at auction. The 1945 Mercury dime, also known as the Winged Liberty Head dime, was designed by Adolph A. Weinman and first struck in 1916. The design depicts a profile of Lady Liberty wearing a winged cap, which is often mistaken for a depiction of the Roman god Mercury, hence the name Mercury dime. The reverse side features an olive branch, symbolizing peace, and a bundle of arrows, representing strength and readiness. The coin beautifully captures the balance between peace and strength, a sentiment that resonates even more powerfully when viewed through the lens of post-war America. While the design is certainly a masterpiece, what makes the 1945 Mercury dime so unique and valuable has everything to do with the coin's rarity, historical context, and the conditions under which it was minted. To understand why this coin commands such a high price today, we need to take a closer look at the context in which it was produced. By the end of World War II, the U.S. economy was beginning to experience a post-war boom. However, the effects of wartime production had left a lasting impact on coinage production. For example, during the war years, the U.S. Mint had to make changes to coin composition due to a shortage of certain metals. This resulted in some unusual coins being struck in 1945, especially the Mercury dime, which used a different metal mix than in previous years. Because of this change in metal composition and the fact that the 1945 dimes were minted in such large numbers, the standard 1945 Mercury dime wasn't especially rare, at least not at first glance. But here's where things get interesting. Over time, the 1945 Mercury dime, like many other coins from the period, saw widespread circulation. Most of the dimes that were struck in 1945 were used for everyday transactions, and their condition deteriorated over time. Coins that were heavily circulated, scratched, worn, and damaged simply couldn't stand the test of time in the way that other rarer, well-preserved coins might. So, finding a 1945 Mercury dime in pristine or near-mint condition is extraordinarily rare. And when such coins do turn up, they become highly coveted by collectors, eager to add these near-perfect specimens to their collections. But there's more to the rarity of the 1945 Mercury dime than just its general condition. Some of these coins feature minting errors or unique characteristics that make them even more valuable. Coins with off-center strikes, double dies, or other minting imperfections are particularly sought after by collectors, as these coins are essentially one of a kind. These minting errors can drastically increase the coin's value, turning a standard 1945 Mercury dime into a small fortune for its lucky owner. When we talk about value, let's get down to the numbers. While a typical 1945 Mercury dime in worn or average condition might only fetch a few dollars, those in excellent condition, especially those that are uncirculated or feature rare minting errors, can command incredibly high prices. In fact, a 1945 Mercury dime in exceptional quality, particularly one with a unique minting error or a piece that's been carefully preserved for decades, has been known to fetch as much as $92,000. Yes, you heard that right, $92,000 for a single coin that was once used as pocket change. It's mind-blowing to think that a coin minted in 1945 could now be worth such a staggering amount. For a coin that was meant to be used in everyday transactions, its dramatic increase in value highlights just how much the world of coin collecting has evolved. If you're wondering whether you might have a 1945 Mercury dime worth a small fortune, here's what you should do. First, examine the coin's condition. Look for signs of wear and tear. A well-preserved coin with no noticeable scratches, fading, or discoloration is likely to be more valuable than a heavily worn coin. If you suspect that your 1945 Mercury dime might be in exceptional condition, you may want to have it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service. These services use a detailed grading system to evaluate the quality and value of your coin, ensuring that you know its true worth. And next, check for any unusual features or minting errors. Even slight variations, such as a double die or off-center strike, can increase the value of the coin dramatically. If you find that your 1945 Mercury dime has any of these rare characteristics, it's a good idea to get it evaluated by a professional who can determine its worth and help you understand its potential value. In summary, the 1945 Mercury dime is a coin that represents much more than just a piece of currency, it's a piece of American history. Produced at a pivotal time in the nation's history, it symbolizes the strength, resilience, and hope that characterized post-war America. Over time, as these coins became rare due to circulation, and as collectors sought out the finest examples, the 1945 Mercury dime became one of the most valuable coins in the U.S. mint's history. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a newcomer to the world of numismatics, a 1945 Mercury dime in excellent condition, or even with a rare minting error, could be the treasure you've been searching for. So next time you go through your coin collection or check your spare change, don't forget to take a closer look at any 1945 dimes you might come across. You could be holding on to a rare coin worth an impressive $92,000. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed learning about the 1945 Mercury dime and its incredible value. If you'd like to learn more about rare and valuable coins, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an exciting coin discovery. Happy collecting, and good luck with your search for hidden treasures.